It's time now for the game preview presented by Ticketmaster here with head coach Kevin Stefanski out in LA. Enjoying that weather out there?
It's nice. I think it's nicer than back in Cleveland, so I hear.
All right, you guys are coming off of a tough game against the Broncos. What is the team taking away? What is the biggest lesson that you guys can take from that loss?
Yeah, you have to play clean on the road in order to get a win, and we didn't do that. Certainly did not take care of the football like you need to when you're on the road. Didn't stop the run like we need to, so that was disappointing, but those are all things that we can correct, things that we can identify in our meeting room, out here on the practice field, and get fixed for the next one out there.
This is nothing new for the season, but last week saw some more injuries to the roster. How do you guys respond to that? Is it the same as all year? Does it get a little tougher as more injuries pile up?
Yeah, we kind of know, Cam. It's the very unfortunate part of our business, our injuries. We know that going into this thing. Nobody likes it. And we'll miss those guys that aren't out there for us, but it's the greatest team game there is. So we're relying on the guys to step up, and I trust that they will.
All right, you guys are staying out there on the West Coast. You're in LA. What do you think that you can take away from that trip out there, practicing at UCLA and staying out there, not having to come back and maybe then head back out there for this game against the Rams?
Yeah, this was just an opportunity for us logistically to break up the trip and having back-to-back trips out west, if you will. So this really made sense. Teams have done this before, stayed at UCLA, so it's a tried and true facility. It's a beautiful facility that they have here, using their weight room. The hotel, our meeting rooms have been outstanding, so we're getting our work done while we're out here, but it's also an opportunity for the team to be under one roof. That Tuesday, that off day, there's not, a lot of guys hanging around the hotel, hanging around each other, having meals together, and those are the type of things that you don't necessarily get when you're in Berea.
All right, you guys are going against the Rams. Let's talk defense. Ranking-wise, they're in the middle of the pack, but they've got guys like Aaron Donald, Ernest Jones. How is that something that you're how are you approaching those two guys in particular on that line?
Yeah, those are two great players. 99, Aaron Donald, he's as good as there is. I know we got a pretty special one on our side. Those two, I mean, they're really elite players. Just watching the tape, when you put it on, 99 just jumps out at you, making plays in the run game, making plays in the pass game. Ernest Jones does a great job, a physical blitzer in the middle of their defense. So it's a huge, huge challenge for us this week.
The Rams have guys in the secondary. You have to watch, we know faces like John Johnson, Caleb Witherspoon. How important is it now approaching those guys in the secondary when you are looking at taking care of that ball and making sure you're not letting them get those turnovers?
Yeah, it's a huge challenge. They have guys that are very ball aware. They've done a nice job in their back end. Witherspoon, you mentioned, has excellent ball skills. So these are guys that we have to be aware of. Both the receivers, the quarterbacks, the tight ends, you have to be aware of these guys. Even when you do make that catch, you have to put it away because they are certainly trying to get the ball out.
Now, to their offense, the Rams' offensive line seems to be holding strong recently. They're not giving a lot of sacks. They're helping in the run game. How are you guys going to approach exploiting them and getting in there and being able to stop that run?
Yeah, it's a really, really good attack. They marry the run and the pass really well. And then Matthew Stafford's playing as well as I've ever seen him play. The way he throws the ball into tight windows, how he pushes the ball down the field, makes great decisions. So when you combine that with a really physical run game with different variety of runs, it's a huge challenge.
Now, what are you seeing from guys like Camryn Williams? Talk about the run game. What are you seeing from him? How much of a threat is he to your guys' defense?
Well, he just won Player of the Week, so he was pretty good the last week. He's a really tough guy to get on the ground. I mean, difficult to tackle. You have to have 11 guys around the ball to have a chance with him. And again, they do a great job with their scheme. So they're running into advantageous looks, they're blocking it well, and then he can make a lot of yards when they do that.
The defense on your end maybe struggled a little bit last week, right, against the run. How have they approached this week of preparation, knowing that could be a threat for them against the Rams?
Yeah, every week you go into this thing and you look at what the other team does, and you know that they're going to steal a page from your previous opponent. So we understand that. We're prepared for that. That's why we're working so hard out here. But our guys are excited about this opportunity. It's always tough to lose one, but then you get that next week, you go get to an opportunity to right the ship.
We've talked about their quarterback. We've talked about their run game, but they also have those weapons at receivers. What are you seeing from their receivers, especially some of those young guys?
I mean, outstanding group. And they have speed on the outside with Atwell. They work the middle of the field as well as anybody with Nakua and Cooper Kupp, obviously. So each one of those guys has a different skill set. They utilize them really, really well. It's a really impressive pass attack when you take it in total.
For your offense, when you're looking at this, it's another week of the quarterback situation being uncertain as the week goes on. How has maybe the beginning of the season helped you guys prepare for this? And what are you expecting out of your quarterback room?
Yeah, I hate to say we're used to it, but you have to be in the NFL. You have to be used to putting guys in, and sometimes Jerron Christian shows up and he's playing left tackle for you in about a week. So that's all part of this business. Fortunately, we have a bunch of pros around here that really work hard at their craft. And our quarterbacks are no different. PJ played on short notice, right? Joe has gotten here, could play on short notice. That's just how it works in this league.
On that offense, again, your guys is Amari Cooper battling through some injury, right? But you've had guys like Cedric Tillman step up last week. How are you seeing that receiver room respond to the different quarterbacks that are in there and the challenge ahead going against the Rams?
Yeah, that's one of the things we're working hard on, is getting rapport with our quarterbacks and our receivers. Ced Tillman was somebody that flashed for us. He made plays down the field, was physical with the ball in his hands. So we're always working hard out here on this practice field to get a good rapport with our passers.
And then one more, that run game. How has that been able to continue as these weeks have gone on? You guys have gone through a lot of injury, but have been able to maintain, that run game. How can you do that this week? And what do the Rams give you that makes you confident that can continue this week?
Yeah, every week is a new challenge. There's certainly huge challenges this week with the Rams. Obviously, it starts with Aaron Donald, and he can be very, very disruptive. And for us, it's really identification, because they can play a ton of different personnel groupings, a ton of different fronts. So we really have to be about our business and communicating to get the run game going.
All right, thanks so much, Coach. Good luck on Sunday.
Thanks, Cam.